Don't like packing.
Em says that I need to dress respectable.
Vitamins in my diet, and there's calcium. The staff have arrived!
Whipped out of nowhere.
I'm Emily, and this is Matt, and this has been our home for the last 8 months as we winter caretake at the lodge. Subscribe and join us on this journey. Make sure to hit the bell for notifications for weekly video updates. So we have days, just days before the staff arrive, and I feel like we are not organized. I don't know. We're not fully packed yet. We're kind of leaving everything to the last minute. Yeah. I don't like packing. What?
Why don't you like packing?
I don't know. I just don't like having to organize everything into a box. It's just very chaotic for me. I know that, like, you personally, I feel like you're gonna go back into each box and reorganize it.
I like Tetris.
Yeah, I know. So the entire time we've been here, I have pretty much just worn this and maybe a few other long sleeve sweaters, but I've pretty much just lived in this outfit. And I feel like when we were packing, I think that we packed way too much. Something else that we brought with us was this back massager, and it was in better shape when we brought it.
I got it well used.
I got it off of Facebook Marketplace for $20, and I think normally they're like $150 online, brand new.
Yeah, it's a really good one because it, like, you can pinpoint it. You put it over your shoulders, and like, Em would sit on the couch for like hours.
Hours.
And just sit there and like.
Yeah. I honestly, if you were gonna do anything like this for this long, I would highly recommend bringing a back massager with you, because
Or something like this.
Yeah, if you plan on doing hikes or kayaking or even just standing up in a boat, it's just exhausting for the body. And I get really bad headaches from a past neck injury from a car accident. So yeah, it was handy. These are a majority of all the clothes that we brought. Hold on, I'll turn the light on. Matt pretty much just wore the sweater the whole entire time, and there's some sweaters in here that I didn't even wear because it was just not necessary.
I'm getting excited. I want to start packing and just finish packing, but we still have
about six or 5 days left, but we still have a lot of cleaning to do of the lodge. We don't want them to show up and feel like they have a lot to do, but we want to make sure that most of our stuff is packed away. We told ourselves when we first got here that we weren't gonna spread our stuffs. We weren't gonna spread our stuff everywhere, all over the lodge, but we did. And hopefully
it just happens when you have a bigger house, a bigger place to live in. You just end up spreading your stuff everywhere.
Yeah, I think that also when you're here for 8 months, you don't realize how long 8 months is until you're deep in it.
Until you're 8 months in.
Yeah, until you're 8 months in. Also brought some of these lights with us because we knew that we'd probably be using the gas generator a lot, and there obviously wouldn't be a lot of lights turned on in the evening, and we wanted to have some light in the hallways just so that we could see. So I'm glad that we brought those. Something else that we brought was these battery operated candles, and I only brought 2 with us. And these have been super handy just for in the bathroom, just so I can see at night when there's no other lights in there. Something else that I would definitely bring again. What are you throwing out?
Well, since we're going back to society, Em says that I need to dress respectable.
No more.
I have to get rid of my holy underwear.
Yeah.
My religious underwear.
This morning I am making some dasi kobu, if I'm pronouncing that right. It's dried seaweed kelp, and I'm just making a broth with it. I've been having a lot of discomfort in my stomach lately, and I don't know if this is going to help, but I thought that I'm most likely lacking iodine and some other vitamins in my diet, and there's calcium. I think there might be vitamin A or vitamin C in kelp, so definitely lacking vitamin C lately. But yeah, I've just broken some up, didn't really measure anything, just kind of eyeballed it, added some water to it, gonna boil it, make a broth, and then I'll add some, maybe some frozen mushrooms. I'll use up the last bit of our green onions, which are not looking very good. Last time I had this was in, I think it was like October, November, and I felt really fulfilled and really good, even though it was a pretty light meal. So I'm hoping that it'll just help my stomach, as my stomach pain has been pretty consistent, and it's been really bugging me at night. And yeah, so hopefully that will help. So how do you feel? It's the last day.
Last day alone. Yeah.
They come tomorrow.
I'm excited to see people and talk to people.
Yeah?
Nervous.
What do you feel like you're nervous for? Just like being overwhelmed by like
social anxiety,
yeah.
It's like amped up.
Yeah. What do you...
I had social anxiety before we came here.
Yeah. No, I know.
It's, I don't know. I'm excited. I think it's just like coming closer to the end of the chapter, and excited to see what's next. But it's like a bittersweet feeling of like, I don't really want to leave the place. Because it's so beautiful here.
Yeah. It's like so special to be able to wake up to this view and just to see everything that's going on, just to have access like that.
Yeah, be able to just hop in the boat and go fishing.
Yeah, to be able to like literally just hop in the boat and go fishing. I'm really gonna miss that. At the same time, that 8 months, I mean, it did feel pretty long, and this week felt...
This week felt like 8 months.
Yeah.
This anticipation for people to show up was the longest week out of everything.
Probably. I mean, today I still have to clean the bathrooms and pack just a small bit of our stuff.
We have a few other jobs, like I'm gonna clean this cooler that you see out here, and then we're gonna fill it with ice and fill it with beer for when the crew gets here, because they're leaving. There's like a big storm projected to be out here tomorrow, and they're not leaving. Well, they're projecting they're not gonna get here till like 8 o'clock at night.
Yeah, which is
After
super
a big day of boating,
late.
so,
it's still bright. It's about, I would say maybe this bright or just a little less.
At 8 o'clock.
Yeah, at 8 o'clock.
But yeah, it'll be like when we're out on the water and it's big waves, we get stressed out, even if we're only out there for like an hour.
Yeah.
And they have a 4.5 hour boat ride when the weather's good. So.
Sorry,
yeah,
I just woke
we'll
up.
see.
Yeah, I'm worried about it. Though the winds are supposed to be around out there where they're gonna be boating in the path. It's supposed to be up to like 46 to 50 kilometers. Winds.
The waves are like 2 or 3 meters or something like that, 3 or 4 meters.
Yeah, I don't know what their ride is gonna be like tomorrow. I guess they need to get here because the barge is going to be here, and everybody needs to be here when the barge arrives. I'm sure they'll be okay. They've done this kind of stuff before, but yeah. What do we have to do today? We have
change the oil in the deep fryer. We have to pack, and then pretty much just
and then
like
2 oil changes on the generators you wanted to do before they got here.
Do that tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Yeah, we'll have more than enough time.
Yeah.
We thought that we would hop on the boat this morning. It's just before 10 a.m. The tide is pretty low, so we thought we would see if any black bear make their way out to shore. That beach is where we set up 3 cameras earlier in the season, and if you just watched our last video, clearly all the bears have woken up, and there's got to be at least a handful of bears just in this area. There was poop everywhere, and the cameras picked up signs of bears, so it looked like there was a bunch of different groups of them. But yeah, it looked like their stools had a lot of seaweed in them, so we thought maybe we'd be able to see them while we're out on the beach. What are you doing over there? That doesn't look like you're gonna have much success. Hey?
Trying to cause attention.
Oh. Okay.
As the day progressed, we watched the weather get worse and worse, and the direction that the crew had to come was opposite the wind. I would definitely not want to be out there in that weather.
What are you working on over there?
Timestamps.
For our YouTube videos?
Yeah.
Working hard.
Let us know in the comments how much you think of winter caretaker.
All right, it's just after 6 o'clock now, and the rest of the staff are supposed to be here around 8 p.m. and we are feeling anxious. Just the anticipation of, and then we don't know when they left, so we're just assuming they're gonna be here at 8 o'clock. And
Well, they told us they'd be here at 8, so we're hoping that they'll be here.
Yeah,
at 8, but
hopefully they don't have any hiccups.
If the water went well, they could be here early, but if they had hiccups, they might not be here till 9-10 o'clock.
Yeah. We got dinner going. We got a ham roast in the oven, just because it's obviously going to be pretty late for them when they get in to eat. And yeah, the whole lodge is clean, pretty much. There's not like a whole lot of us around. Our stuff is gone. So it's kind of bittersweet. And yeah. Staff have arrived. Holy smokes. God, they're here. The staff have arrived.
Just whipped out of nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, they probably just want to get to the lodge.
We didn't get a lot of footage after the staff showed up. It was a pretty late night. We all had a very relaxed and slow morning as we waited for the barge to show up so we could unload it. We had a barge come all the way up from Vancouver to Haida Gwaii, which is no small feat. It likely took about 5 to 7 days depending on the weather, tides, and how heavily it was loaded. These barges usually travel between 4 to 8 knots, and with this remote location, it's not exactly a straight shot. So when something finally arrives out here, you really appreciate it. After the barge showed up around 2 p.m., it took us several hours to unload this thing. We worked until about 6 or 7 p.m. that night. It was quite the chaotic scene. As we were unloading the barge, we were loading the barge with all the recycling from the past season, which they send back to the mainland to recycle every year. Normally they keep the quad on the property over the winter season, but it got sent back for some servicing, so I got tasked with driving all the supplies up to the lodge. I guess I got pretty lucky, because everyone else was doing the heavy lifting while I got to drive back and forth. Not too bad of a day.
You come here.
And then I would drive down on April 13th to be in bed.
If you thought it was over, you're wrong. Make sure to stay tuned for next week.
Well, that was a gong show.
Well, we almost missed our flight, but we've made it. The car starts. Well, that was kind of a stressful day.